This video is for all of the unhappily married women who are considering divorce. Go ahead and get that process started. Yep, just going to jump right on into it. Get the process started. Not only because life is too short to be married to somebody and miserable like that, but also because we know that they're going after no-fault divorce. And there's no telling how that is going to impact the divorce process. And I would hate for you to finally get the gumption to divorce their ass when it's too late. So why not do it now? This is your sign. You're welcome. And if you can't start the process right now, whether it's because of finances or where you all are in life, then start the process to get to a point where you can start the process to divorce their ass. Every day you spend not actively working towards getting up out of that relationship is a day you spend in a relationship with somebody you don't like. Life is too short for that. So stop complaining to your girlfriends about it. They're tired of hearing it at this point. And let's do something about it, girl. Go get that divorce.
Can we talk about how hard it is to leave the good guy? When you say, I want a divorce, and he's like, no, I want to work this out. Everything's going to be fine. You know, we can get through this. And he's so encouraging and everything's just so fucking peachy keen, right? We talk about how I'm manipulated into staying because he's a good guy. He does nothing wrong. Like, the only thing he's guilty of is being lazy and, you know, not putting in effort like we did when we were in the beginning of our relationship, like any other marriage. He doesn't beat me, he doesn't do anything, he doesn't take money from me, but he downplays my emotions. I don't think he fully understands me. And we've talked about this, y'all. This has all been in counseling, but how do you leave the good guy? I'm having like an internal battle right now because like I want to leave. I want to file divorce papers and I want to freaking run to Maine or something. I mean, am I the crazy one? Am I the crazy one? Because I keep throwing these fits and fighting with him. I look legit crazy because I literally stay in bed all day. A lot of that is because if I don't stay in bed all day, I will nitpick him. And I didn't start doing this until like last year. Like I don't, because I'm so unhappy with myself that I will nitpick him and tear him apart. So if I stay in bed, I won't be mean. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. And I'm only sharing this because I swear to God I promise transparency. And I swear to God I promise the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I am struggling today. But this has been an ongoing struggle for the past like 6 months of my marriage. And I've said it here and there in videos, but I've never gotten this raw. I'm tired of marriage counseling. I'm tired of trying. I'm ready to leave. I'm ready for a divorce. I'm exhausted. I'm mentally at my capacity. I feel like I'm stretched thin. I feel like I can't describe it, but I am not okay.
So I see women on this app like crashing out because of how horrible like their ex-husbands are, their baby dads are.
Yeah, there's a lot of whiners.
Just like ruining their life and just, you know, making their life so difficult. And I'm like, oh my God, that's so horrible what those women are going through. And now I'm one of them. I filed for divorce 2 months ago. I've been trying to look for an apartment.
How is he making your life difficult when you the one that filed for divorce? It sounds like you the one that made your own life difficult already.
And the places that I'm looking at, I need to make 3 times the rent to be able to rent them. And unfortunately, with my job, I'm a CNA. I don't make 3 times the rent. So I need a child support order to be able to add to my income so I can meet the requirement. And I've been trying to get into some sort of settlement with my soon-to-be ex-husband on that. And basically, he is blackmailing me, I guess. He wants me to sign away all rights I have to his military retirement. He is in the Army. He has been in for 18 years. He'll be retiring.
So this man has gone to the military for 18 years. And worked hard to build his retirement while contributing to the bill significantly enough for her to not even know the harshness of reality. She doesn't even know how expensive the bills are. This is a woman that is going to work. So this is not a stay-at-home housewife who's contributed to just taking care of the kids for 10 years, 12 years, however it may be. She's been working the whole time and she's still entitled to half of his retirement. How does that even make sense? And now that she's divorced her husband, making her own life hard through her own choices, going against her vows to God and to their families and to each other. She broke those vows to file for divorce. Now that she's filed for divorce and she sees the harshness of reality because she doesn't have the protection of her husband anymore, she's complaining and she's going to use the state as her enforcement arm to extort her ex-husband. And this is the current condition of the American man. And then people ask, why don't men want to get married? Men are not afraid of marriage. Men are afraid of divorce because the family court system is extremely biased and is set up to only benefit women. Like, this is absolutely insane. She's literally saying she's going to go file for child support to subsidize her income because she can't even afford to live by herself. And the government's probably going to give it to her, to be honest. They've already given her half of his retirement, and she's the one that filed a divorce. And we're not saying that this man was abusing her. We're not saying that this man was habitually cheating on her. This man was just working hard to provide for his family, and sure, there's ups and downs in marriages, and they probably had a downside, and she decided to get out. Maybe if the government wants families to stay together, they shouldn't incentivize women to file for divorce and reap all of the benefits. This is absolutely insane, bro.
2 years, and I've been married to him the entire time. So the retirement's a marital asset, so I am entitled to part of it. We've been going back and forth and fighting about it, and I just can't take it anymore. I just want to leave. I just want to move out, and I just want to start my life over. So I offer to sign away my right to the military retirement in return for spousal support and the entirety of the savings account that we have. I send the proposal to my lawyer and tell her this is what I'm proposing to do, and she comes back and says, well, this is a bad idea. And then she says, well, you could get a temporary order from the court for the child support, but that's going to cost you $4,000 in legal fees, and it may not be binding because it's only temporary, so you may not even be able to use that to really add to your income. And she goes into this long thing, which I appreciate. I appreciate her telling me the legal stuff because she's basically telling me you are an idiot to sign this away.
How about this? If a woman cannot afford a livelihood for herself, the court gives the child to the father where the child will be able to at least have a warm meal. How about that? How about the court start to give the children to the person who actually has an established life and isn't destroying their family? How about that? But of course, that's not the way it works because like the lawyer is saying, it's $4,000 for her to even go through with this whole thing. The lawyer's going to get paid. The judges are going to get paid. According to Title 5D, every state gets paid 66 cents on every dollar they collect in child support. The states are incentivized to now put men on child support so they could get 66% of every dollar they collect from the federal government. And so everybody benefits from this racket. And so you're seeing women just being incentivized to destroy their families, and the states are just backing them up because everybody gets paid, and the only person that gets exploited is the men, and the men are the ones that uphold the system that completely exploits them and destroys families. And it doesn't only negatively affect the men, it also negatively affects his children, and it's because of the whims of the happiness of the woman in the marriage, and she's just allowed to destroy her entire marriage and entire family. I just think this is insane.
And she does all the numbers, and the numbers don't make any sense. Basically, I'm giving away more to get less. She's basically trying to persuade me to kind of wait this out till the final order happens because it will go in my favor if I can just wait it out. But I can't wait it out because I have to stay in the house with this person. Yesterday, he called me the nanny. He said that I'm going to pay you child support and you're just going to be the nanny for my kids. When I told him, like, I need to try and stay in the district so our kids can keep going to their school. And the neighborhood that we're in is a little bit more expensive. So I need the child support order. And he said, it's not my problem. It's not my problem.
And these types of women will say that men are being negligent towards their children because they don't want to be victims of the women using the child as a weapon against them. So some dudes just go, forget it. I'm not going to allow you to extort me by using my kids as a weapon. And I see some women weaponizing their kids against the father, and the father goes, as a man, I refuse to allow anybody to use anything to extort me. Because no matter how much they give, the woman's just going to ask for more, and she's just going to want more. This woman got half of his retirement just for being married to him, as he was already giving her a free ride and paying all the bills, and it's still not enough.
In fact, I hope that's how it plays out. Because I want the kids to see that you can't support them.
Exactly.
I want the kids to see that you can't afford for them to live in a nice place.
Exactly.
And I want them to know that they're going to have to go through a hardship because of what you did. Your pressure campaign that he's been putting me under for the last 2 months since I filed is really him trying to get me to drop the whole thing. I honestly believe that. I honestly believe he just wants me to drop the whole thing. If I went to him and I said, okay, I'm just going to drop the divorce, got rid of my lawyer, and then didn't do anything, I think he'd drop his lawyer and we would just go about life.
Yeah, no, but he's going to plot to get rid of you. Because once you stab somebody in the back who's contributed to your life in this way, and somebody who's shown that they loved you through their actions, regardless of what they say in the arguments that come about, the fact that he's still willing to provide for his family, go to work every day, to take care of his family, shows that he still loves them. Regardless of the disagreements between the mom and him, he obviously still loves his family, because a man shows his love through his hard work to provide for these people, right? So he's obviously shown his love. And once you get stabbed in the back like that by somebody who claimed to have loved you, regardless of y'all being in an argument, whatever it may be, there are certain things you don't say and do to people you claim to love. And when she decided to run to the state to get them involved in their marriage because things didn't go her way, she showed that that's what she's capable of. And there's no love anymore. If she goes back, if she does drop it, he might drop it for a second, but he's going to plot to get rid of her because she's shown disloyalty.
Like before, I honestly believe that. I just think he doesn't want to not be married anymore, to me. Not because he loves me or anything like that, but just because this is a big inconvenience to him. It's a big inconvenience. And he has to do all of these things he doesn't want to do. And all he wants to really do is just go to work, come home, play video games, watch some corn, and nap. And I'm disrupting all of his plans with my annoying, irritating divorce. This is very long, but I'm hoping that a woman's going to see me, see what I'm going through.
No one cares,
and say to yourself, I don't want to go through that. And it could easily be me, because it could easily be you. I am not special. I'm not special or unique. I'm just a woman. I'm just a woman with 2 kids.
This is absolutely...
What could happen to you, too?
I wish I had something good to say about this video, but this was absolutely disgusting. And this is what happens. These women will create horrible situations for themselves via their consequences for bad decisions. And then they will go online and complain like they are the victims. She's sitting here saying, it could be any woman. I'm just a victim. You're the one that destroyed your marriage. And because your husband doesn't want to just give you more money to subsidize your life because you can't even afford to live by yourself or separating your own family, you think that he's the one at fault here? You think that he's the bad guy? And every single time when they take this stuff to the state always sides with the woman because the woman just shows some tears and they go, woe is me. It's absolutely mad that the state is the enforcement arm for women to destroy their families. And then they wonder why there are no more families. The level of negligence in the family court system shown by the government, their inability to adapt to the current circumstances, tells me that it just cannot be chalked up to negligence anymore. At this point, it is just malicious intent. For some reason, they are hell-bent on destroying the American family, and that's just my belief. Let me know in the comments below if this video was a W or L, and give me the HBO special as a help brother out special. Hit the like and the subscribe button for more content. Till next time.